Nobody, and I mean nobody, thought the Orlando Magic would be the team to pry Desmond Bane out of Memphis. Yet at 2:17 a.m., as most of the eastern seaboard slept, that single WOD tweet detonated timelines. Breaking: Orlando acquires Desmond Bane for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Cole Anthony for unprotected firsts, and a 2029 swap. NYPost.com, in 15 words, an entire conference power balance flipped. Fans scrambled for push alerts. Insiders dove for cap sheets. Somewhere in Tennessee, a Grizzlies war room stared at a mountain of draft picks, wondering what monster they'd just unleashed. The smooth mini-cliffhanger gives, but here's the wild part. Memphis might have wanted this all along. For pristine first-rounders, swap 2 rotational guards. For a shooter who just averaged a shade under 2.065 on near 50/40ths efficiency, but was never Memphis's headline star. The sticker shock is real, yet context is everything. Sticker versus ceiling. Orlando didn't just buy points. Per game, they bought off dribble gravity, a 6'5" brick-built defender, the only Grizzly to hit 500 threes over the last 3 seasons. Timing and his leverage. The deal landed before draft night, when picks still glimmer with Schrodinger's star. Potential: Memphis sold high. Orlando paid before the names on those envelopes could even sweat a combine. Shuttle run. Transition tease, so why in the world would the Grizz front office wave goodbye to their safest floor spacer? First, look at the sidelines. Taylor Jenkins is out. Tuamaza Solo is no defensive tactician, reputed to favor jumbo wings over smallish guards. ESPN.com system change means roster shake. Second, the Ja Morant elephant. 2 separate gun flash incidents, an 8-game suspension. Brand damage worth untold millions. BusinessInsider.com, even after counseling and PR boot camps, league offices watch his every Instagram live like hawks. Betting the franchise on Ja without a Plan B draft stash felt reckless. Third, the money. The new CBA's dreaded second apron slams shut once payroll breaches roughly $190 million. From there, mid-level deals vanish, pick swaps lock, and cash. Trades die. TheScore.com: Memphis saw a cap iceberg dead ahead and chose to toss weight. Overboard deader than capsize tomorrow. Foreshadow. But Memphis didn't just dodge tax, they armed up for something bigger. If you'd been eavesdropping on Magic HQ since 2023, you'd have heard the same refrain. Find a perimeter assassin. They flirted with Trae Young phone calls, asked Cleveland about Darius Garland, kicked Portland's tires on Anthony Simons, all shut doors. Sports.yahoo.com that forced a pivot. Instead of chasing heliocentric volume scorers, target the league's most economical elite spacer, enter Benedidai, who doesn't hijack the offense but detonates it from the corners. Front-office spreadsheets sealed the romance. Bane's 5-year, $197 M extension runs through 2029 at a flat $39 M average, a bargain once the cap spikes past $200 M. SpotRac.com slot that next to Paolo Banchero's looming supermax, Franz Wagner's monster wing deal, and Jalen Suggs' fresh ink. You've locked a 4-man nucleus inside a predictable budget window. SpotRac.com transition line: stable salaries are seductive, but on-court fit is the real seduction. Picture next season's opening set. Paolo at the right elbow, ball in hand. Wagner cuts baseline, Suggs lifts. The weak side corner? That's Bane, hands set, calves coiled. If the help tags Paolo, that corner 3 is automatic. Stay home, and Paolo steamrolls a 6'4" wing at the rim. Bane isn't just a spot-up artist. His whisper-quiet 3.8 secondary assists per 36 minutes ranked top 5 among off-guards. He's a bowling ball driver who finishes through contact and kicks 2 shooters in one motion. Combine that with KCP's minutes now vacated and Orlando's. Once sputtering half-court offense morphs from grit to glide, mini-cliffhanger. Yet even dream fits carry nightmare risks. Injury ledger: Bane's foot stress fracture in 22 and ankle tweak last. February shaved 19 games off his season. 1 re-aggravation, and Orlando's spacing collapses. Floor shrinkage: Paolo and Wagner, operate best inside the arc. If Bane slumps or defenses top lock him, the lane clogs again. Apron trap, even with flat contracts. One surprise mid-tier signing can thrust Orlando over the second apron, erasing trade flexibility for half a decade. News.bet365.com pivot. So if Orlando's gamble looks perilous, why grade it anything above an F? Because Memphis may have handed them a cheat code. Remember Toronto's 2018 all-in swing for Kawhi Leonard? Analysts cried over the pick load, only to watch a parade float down Yonge Street. Orlando's calculus rhymes, sacrifice. Tomorrow's unknown for today's ideal puzzle piece. Bane's low-maintenance scoring means Paolo keeps the keys. His defense stout but switchable covers Suggs' occasional foul storms. If the Magic's analytics department is right, three-point volume alone could add 6 wins to last year's total, vaulting them into home court territory. Suspense lane, meanwhile, the Grizzlies' war chest starts glowing. 4 extra firsts plus their own stash equals near unmatched trade ammo. Factor in Yaz star Orieff, he stays clean, and Memphis can crash the next disgruntled superstar auction. Think Giannis whispers in 2026, or Kevin Durant's annual wanderlust. A single "I need out" tweet and Memphis dials instantly. Until then, KCP slots at the 2, drilling corner threes like clockwork. Cole Anthony's energy props up second units, and Tuomo Zasolo gets a roster reshaped to his switch-everything dreams. Build anticipation, but pull back the curtain. And this saga is bigger than 2 franchises. Guard market inflation. With Bane gone, the available shooter-playmaker pool shrinks. Hiking the price on Garland, Simons, even Jordan Poole. Draft pick arms race, Oklahoma City and Utah no longer hold sole dominion over pick mountains. Memphis just staked its claim. CBA lab test, Orlando becomes the first mid-market team daring the second apron before even contending for a finals berth. Every finance nerd in the league will track how they maneuver. Pre-final tease, so what's the verdict? If Desmond Bane hits 200 threes, Paolo makes the All-NBA leap, and the Magic secure a top 3 seed. Historians will call this the night Orlando stole a dynasty blueprint. If injuries bite or the cap clamps shut, those 4 picks could morph into a decade of regret. Memphis will parade the receipts like lottery tickets cashed. And that's right, there's why this trade owns the summer. 2 franchises staked their futures on the same flip of the coin. It will spin for years, maybe land in a June parade, maybe clatter onto a dusty FedEx Forum display case. Either way, remember the moment your phone buzzed at 2:17 a.m. because that's when the league's quietest team screamed, "We're all in." End screen prompt gives "Think this gamble pays off." Drop a comment with your hottest prediction. Smash that like if you stayed to the end. And don't forget to subscribe because the next blockbuster always drops when you least expect it.